Growing tomatoes seems simple until your leaves turn yellow or the fruit rots on the vine. Most gardeners fail because of small, preventable errors that ruin the entire harvest before it even begins. In the next 8 minutes, we are going to fix every single one of them so you can grow your best crop ever. The first major mistake happens before you even dig a hole, and that is planting too early. Tomatoes are warm weather crops that despise the cold, yet many eager gardeners rush them into the ground as soon as the sun comes out. If the soil temperature is below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, your plants will stunt, turn purple, and struggle to uptake phosphorus. Cold soil doesn't just pause growth, it can permanently stunt a plant's potential for the entire season, leading to a disappointing harvest months later. The solution is patience and a simple soil thermometer check before you plant anything outdoors. Wait until night temperatures consistently stay above 50 degrees and your soil has warmed up significantly. If you absolutely must plant early, use black plastic mulch to preheat the soil or protective cloches to shield your young seedlings from unexpected chills. Taking this extra step ensures your plants hit the ground running with vigorous root growth instead of fighting just to survive the chill. Another common error is ignoring the soil pH and nutrient balance specifically for tomatoes. Many people toss plants into generic dirt without realizing that tomatoes are heavy feeders requiring calcium and potassium. If your soil is too acidic or lacks calcium, you are practically inviting blossom end rot to destroy your fruit later in the season. There is nothing more frustrating than watching a perfect tomato form, only to find the bottom has turned into a black, mushy mess due to unseen soil deficiencies. To fix this, amend your soil with crushed eggshells, bone meal, or agricultural lime weeks before planting to boost calcium levels. Conduct a simple soil test to ensure your pH is between 6.2 and 6.8. This sweet spot allows the roots to absorb nutrients efficiently, giving you strong stems and disease-resistant foliage. Remember that these organic amendments take time to break down, so starting early is the secret to having nutrients ready exactly when the plant needs them. Crowding your plants is the third mistake that guarantees fungal diseases like blight. When you plant tomatoes too close together, air cannot circulate between the leaves, creating a humid environment where mold thrives. This is especially dangerous in humid climates where morning dew lingers on the foliage for too long. Think of your garden layout like a city. Without wide enough streets for air to flow, pollution and sickness get trapped right where your plants live. You must give each tomato plant at least 2 to 3 feet of space on all sides to allow the wind to dry the leaves. Pruning the lower leaves and removing suckers also opens up the plant structure. This improved airflow keeps the foliage dry and drastically reduces the spread of spores that cause early blight and septoria leaf spot. Opening up the plant structure also makes it much easier to spot pests like hornworms before they can do significant damage to your crop. Watering habits are often the silent killer of tomato plants, specifically irregular watering. Letting the soil dry out completely and then flooding it causes the fruit to swell too fast and crack open. This fluctuation also stresses the plant, making it harder for the roots to transport calcium to the fruit, leading directly to blossom end rot. A stressed plant goes into survival mode, often dropping its flowers or producing tough, leathery skins to protect the water it has left. Consistency is key, so aim to keep the soil evenly moist like a wrung-out sponge, never soggy and never bone-dry. Mulching is your best friend here, as a thick layer of straw or shredded leaves retains moisture and regulates soil temperature. Consider installing a drip irrigation system or soaker hoses to deliver water directly to the roots without wetting the leaves. This method not only saves water, but also keeps fungal spores from splashing up from the dirt onto your lower leaves during heavy rains. We need to pause for a second, because if you are finding these tips helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us reach more gardeners who want to grow healthy food, and it tells YouTube to show you more practical gardening guides like this one. Joining our community is the best way to stay motivated and get timely reminders for your garden tasks throughout the growing season. The next mistake is neglecting support structures until the plant is already falling over. Tomatoes are vines that can grow massive and heavy, and standard tomato cages are often too small and flimsy to hold them up. Once a plant sprawls on the ground, it becomes an easy target for slugs, soil-borne diseases, and rot. Trying to cage a full-grown plant later is nearly impossible without breaking stems, so get your infrastructure in place while they are still small. Invest in heavy-duty cages, cattle panels, or a floor-to-weave system to support your plants from day one. Secure the main stem to the support loosely with soft twine or plant tape as it grows. Keeping the foliage and fruit off the ground is the single most effective way to prevent soil-borne pathogens from splashing up onto the leaves. Over-fertilizing with nitrogen is a trap that many beginners fall into, thinking more is always better. While nitrogen promotes leafy green growth, too much of it delays flowering and reduces fruit production. You end up with a massive, beautiful bush that produces absolutely no tomatoes, which is the opposite of what we want. Switch to a balanced fertilizer, or one specifically formulated for tomatoes that is lower in nitrogen and higher in phosphorus and potassium. Stop fertilizing completely once the plant starts setting fruit heavily, or switch to a compost tea. This signals the plant to stop growing leaves and focus all its energy on ripening those delicious tomatoes. Ignoring the suckers on indeterminate tomato varieties is another way to reduce your harvest quality. Suckers are the small shoots that grow in the armpit between the main stem and a leaf branch. If left unchecked, they turn into new main stems, draining energy from the plant and creating that dense, disease-prone foliage we discussed earlier. Pruning is essential for indeterminate varieties, so pinch off those suckers when they are small and tender. You can leave one or two if you want a multi-stemmed plant, but keeping it to a single main leader often produces larger fruit. Just be careful not to prune determinate or bush varieties, as they produce all their fruit at once and need those branches. Letting weeds compete with your tomatoes is a mistake that steals nutrients and water right out from under your crop. Weeds are aggressive and often harbor pests like aphids and spider mites that will happily migrate to your tomato plants. A messy garden bed is not just unsightly, it is a competitive war zone where your vegetables usually lose. Stay on top of weeding by pulling them when they are small and the soil is moist. As we mentioned before, a thick layer of organic mulch is the best defense against weeds because it blocks the sunlight they need to germinate. If you use straw, leaves, or grass clippings, you are also adding organic matter to the soil as it decomposes. Harvesting at the wrong time is the final heartbreaking mistake that ruins the flavor of your hard work. Leaving tomatoes on the vine until they are dead ripe exposes them to birds, squirrels, and cracking from rain. Conversely, putting ripe tomatoes in the refrigerator destroys their texture and flavor profile, turning them mealy and tasteless. Pick your tomatoes when they are at the breaker stage, which is when they start showing their mature color but are still firm. Bring them inside to ripen on the counter at room temperature, which preserves their flavor and texture perfectly. This also relieves the plant of the fruit load, encouraging it to produce even more tomatoes before the season ends. To summarize, successful tomato growing is about managing the environment: warm soil, consistent water, good airflow, and proper nutrients. Avoid planting too early, give them space, prune for health, support the heavy vines, and harvest before the pests get them. If you avoid these specific pitfalls, you will have more tomatoes than you know what to do with. If you found these tips useful, please like the video and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming guide on composting. Also, drop a comment below and tell me, what is the biggest mistake you have made in your garden? I see every comment, and I would love to hear your stories.